What's up, brother?
Am I on? Yeah.
You're on.
Okay, great. Yeah, I was having an error with this, but so right now I'm in a LTR, and I know you hate that, but I was thinking, okay, I'm
You're the youngin',
doing
right? You're like 22, 23,
24.
24, 24. Okay.
hmm
Yeah.
So 24 in an LTR, and I'm just like, whenever I go to the gym, it's just like there could be so many other options. And it's kind of hard because I'm especially in my 20s. I'm like, oh wow, there's a lot of attractive girls, and I'm doing very well for myself at my age. So I'm like, okay, how can I somehow keep the value of the LTR and still explore other options? So somehow in a roundabout way, I convinced my LTR to be open to threesomes. So
Cool.
would you say that's a pretty cool balance in terms of getting what I want and still keeping an LTR?
Hey, listen, dude, have you ever had a threesome?
I have not.
Okay. Well, what are you waiting for? Like, get it on. Come back and report, man. Make sure it's two
Damn
chicks
straight.
and, you,
Yeah.
not like, she
Well,
brings
the
some dude
rule.
into the picture. You don't want to be crossing
Yeah.
swords and doing some weird stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. We can't have two blondes. That's like the only rule. There'll be competing blondes.
Oh, is that the rule that she set? You can't have two blondes in
As long
the
as she's
room?
not blonde.
Okay. So is your girlfriend bi, or is she like just open to
No,
exploring it with you?
she's just very competitive with other blondes, I suppose.
That doesn't answer the question though. Like, is she bi?
Okay. No,
She's not bi.
I don't
Okay.
believe so. No.
You don't believe so. Has she ever had an experience with another woman before?
I wouldn't be surprised if she kissed another girl, but not like scissoring, anything like that.
Uh, just so you know, women typically don't scissor when you have threesomes. Just heads up, like FYI. that's You've been watching a little too much porn there, bro. Okay, so she's never had a threesome then, right?
To my knowledge, no.
Okay. You probably want to ask that question because if she's open to having a threesome, she's either going to be bi, or she's attracted to women, or she's bi-curious, or she's done it before. You just want to make sure that she hasn't had a train run on her by a bunch of guys is all I'm saying here, right? Before you hop into this. Now, how are you going to go about selecting this chick? That's going to come into the equation.
Dark hair, brown hair.
Okay, but how are you going to bring her into the mix?
So I have really good success at talking to girls at the gym. It's kind of like my only free place, and I think that is a great place to start in terms of. It's not gonna be like, oh, you want to have a threesome like right off the bat. It's kind of like
Does she go to the gym with you?
No, she doesn't.
Good. You don't want women to work out with you, bottom line. So here's a better way to do it. You're going to get her to download an app like Bumble or Tinder. I think Bumble's probably going to be better for something like this. She's going to do, women seeking women.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you have her find the girl, right? Because if you're going to go and find her and bring her in, she's going to try to compete with her, right? I mean, she's already setting the boundary of, oh, you can't have two blondes in the same room sort of thing because it's going to be me and her. Have her find the girl. And then you have to go and approve her when she's kind of narrowed it down, because she's probably going to find a chick that's going to be grosser than her.
Exactly.
It's because women don't want to be in a situation where, the other girl's prettier, or she's got a nicer body or something like that. So you're going to have to whittle it down to something that's acceptable. But that's usually the best way to go about doing it.
Okay. Yeah, I like that. Put it in her hands to find it.
Right. You make her do the work, and then you just go and, make the final approval. And then just, grab a drink, shoot the shit, get a little flirty, and then you just invite them over, jack shellac, give it a whack, bada boom, bada bing, done. All right?
Yeah.
You can go tell all your buddies, and you can say, hey, this guy, Rich Coop, helped me out. By the way, guys, if you want to make a donation, my Bitcoin address is always in the description. I like crypto. It's all good.
Oh, you know what this is?
What's that?
Do you know what this logo is right here?
E with the horns. No, what is that?
Oh, it's a crypto company. And
which one?
To give you, it's called eToro.
Okay, I haven't heard of it yet.
It's pretty unique. Real quick, so basically, you put money with different investors, and they pretty much like invest for you in Bitcoin. They trade for you, and you can set your stop losses. It's kind of a unique service.
You never own your keys, though, right? This is kind of like one of these platforms where they run it for you.
Yeah, you can select they call it copy traders, but you can select your copy trader, and they'll buy and sell whatever.
So business is good for you?
Well, my career, I mean, in terms of my job, excellent, I would say. Making moves, I'm doing great in that front. in terms of starting something on my own, it is becoming sparingly as work is like taking more and more time. So it's going to be a slow process over time, but I see myself being where I am right now for at least 4 more years.
Good.
In terms of my position.
Good. So there's a cautionary note here from Tuscan. He says, "Be careful, you might lose your LTR." That's why I said let her pick the girls.
Yeah,
and then you whittle it down from there.
I'm actually not too nervous about losing her. Like if she goes, she goes. Like I'm
well, okay. You have to be okay with a girl leaving at any given time, right? Like you just have to understand that all women can be replaced. Let me ask you this question so you can give the audience a little bit of advice. How did you approach or pose the question to her when you were like, let's have a threesome, or did she bring it up?
Oh, well, quite frankly, she wanted to take the relationship to the next step, right? She wanted.
What's the next step interview?
She's like, "Oh, when are you going to propose to me? All your friends are proposing." And I was like, I'm in my 20s. I was just pretty straight up with her. I'm in my 20s. There's a lot of things I haven't explored yet. Like, for example, a threesome. And then very, very like rejecting it first. And then I was like, well, I mean, at least once. And then kind of like, okay, at least once. And it kind of worked out that way. But I mean, at the end of the day, whatever I say, whatever I want from her, she will provide it to me. And it's not so much as in I'm demanding of her. It's kind of like if you want to, like, making me happy makes her happy.
So, yeah, she's totally in your frame. So that's good. By the way, after she's started to narrow down the girls, tell her to put the girl or the girls, it's probably just going to be one, but put them in like a group chat, either on Signal, Telegram, WhatsApp, whatever, so that all 3 of you are in the chat so you can kind of communicate together so there's nothing being missed. And then that way you can kind of move it closer towards, closing on that deal with the threesome. Come back and let me know how you make out with that, when you go through with it. Okay?
Yeah, that's good. That's going to be fun. Having her download Bumble.
All right, man. Get to work.
All right.
Yep. See you, bro. Peace.